The group collectively decided that they wanted to do two main styles, which contrasted each other, one being funk hip-hop and the other being heavy metal, which was an inspiration by the diversity of music tastes within our group. We have Nico, whose responsibility was doing the guitar, with a little under a decade of experience being a guitar player. Also being on the production course, he could give an unbiased opinion about the production work of our group. Tom, being a drummer on the drumming course, had the work to create a drum pattern which had enough diversity to range from funk hip-hop all the way to heavy metal. We had Ezra, who had the main jobs of being a keyboard player, a bass player, as well as doing the rapping side of our business, of our course. Pascal, who had the main job of being a producer, mixing, mastering the final document, and myself as a business student whose responsibilities lied with creating a Google Calendar, making sure all the project management was up to detail.
So the inspiration behind the mashup of genres came from bands such as Faith No More, Mr. Bungle, and Incubus. All of these bands are well known for mashing a lot of different genres whilst also being into the rock category. These bands also allowed stuff such as rapping into their music, which allowed them to have a unique style within their niche industry, which allowed rock to take a spin and detach itself from the one-dimensional sound. Having these bands as inspiration, we decided to use their knowledge and have Tyrion do research on them. Having found that Incubus tended to incorporate funk and rapping into the verse allowed us to have more inspiration for the songs and know how to approach it. Myself, the guitar player, took inspiration from a lot of different guitar players, but mainly cross-genre guitar playing such as Mike Eisinger from Incubus, as well as more straightforward guitar grades such as James Hetfield. The drum took inspiration from the band Helmet, specifically their drummer John Stanier, due to Helmet being an early influence on bands such as Incubus. We also took inspiration from their unpolished drum sound when it came to production. As far as Ezra, he took more inspiration from hip-hop and funk groups such as Tribe Called Quest and The Roots. The reason for that is because it helped them come up with jazzy chords during the verse, which helped us get that funk sound that we were looking for.
How it fits along with the brief. Leading up to the 10 weeks, we had to plan a 4 to 6 minute piece of media, a presentation, and project documents. Our decision to make 2 minute long songs was scrapped due to the musicians in our group deciding that they would rather focus on making a longer song which consisted of more depth of an expression of talent. Due to this decision, the group had decided on how they wanted to meet the brief requirement. Our presentation was having to consist of many different areas, including how every person was given a duty which they had to fulfill. What we wanted from our project and why we decided to go down this route in terms of genre, as well as the inspiration taken from outside sources. We also had made documentation regarding the aims which we wanted to complete for our group, which included an equal amount of contribution, a unique group project final piece, and something which incorporates everyone's specialties. Due to this being a collaborative assignment, we needed everyone to contribute equally in their respected fields. To make this easier, everyone was held accountable, and we had a running group chat which was very active on Instagram. This was done to fill gaps when people were unable to make classes or when individuals found things tricky within our group, allowing us to all help them complete the work. That's it, thank you. now going to present our song in the form of a video.
Is a cover band with aims to play function gigs across the UK. Thanks to our cracking team, we have the resources to quickly rehearse, record and perform an extensive list of songs to a great standard. We intend on recording our work as a way of advertising our catalogue of songs we're able to perform. This will give our prospective employers a good idea of what we sound like before they hire us. On bass, we have Leighton. On guitar, Dick Halsey and Toby. On drums, we have myself, Rob. And our lead singer is Kaya. We also have an in-house producer and live sound tech, Oliver.
At the outset of this project, we laid out an initial strategy that allowed for, above all, extra overrun time. This was to ensure that we could achieve our set goals with extra time to account for unforeseen setbacks and challenges. We used what time we had after achieving our goals to fulfill stretch goals, like adding to our catalogue of prepared songs. During this project, we encountered a number of issues. These included resource availability issues, times where we just couldn't access the studio space or certain members when they were unavailable. In one major recording session during this project, we had issues with fallback, which delayed our production schedule. As a solution, we adapted our production techniques in order to keep within our timeline.
With any project, there are always roadblocks and issues on the path to completion. With this project, the main issues faced was balancing external and internal commitments against project progress. Obviously, when a member of the team is missing, the workload shifts towards other people, and the way that we countered this was to plan things well in advance and to set up fail-safes to make sure that the relevant work was being completed on time. We decided that clear communication was incredibly important when working across different disciplines. We had regular meetings, in person and via Zoom, evidenced this through meeting minutes and ongoing Excel documents as somewhat of a checklist against our plan and timeline, just to keep ourselves in check and productive.
One other solution we had to implement was for issues we faced when trying to do an ensemble recording. Due to fallback problems, we were unable to get a good take from everyone all at once. There was also a delay in the audio going between the booth and the ensemble room. To combat this, I moved into the ensemble room to record the vocals, which then unfortunately caused a lot of sound bleeding over the recording. This caused us to have to then change to a different solution of all recording parts separately in the studio or from home.
Our initial project brief was to create a cover band with a comprehensive library of songs that could be performed at functions across the UK. During this project, we've made great strides in achieving this aim. We have a group of band members who can quickly rehearse a wide range of songs ready to be performed. We also have a producer who works closely with the band in order to create samples for prospective employers. Currently, we have 3 songs that can be performed to our highest standard, 2 of which have been recorded and mixed to a professional standard. In the future, we will be able to keep adding to our catalogue of performable songs and recorded performances.
In this project, we've been able to create an efficient process for song selection, rehearsal and recording. We're confident when taking this project into the future, we'll be able to use this process to quickly create a quality catalogue of songs to perform. In the future, we may want to add more rehearsal sessions, as currently we only rehearse once a week. Our production process for this project has been created to be efficient and quick, to work with our time constraints. It could be improved as a band. As we get better at working together as a team, we will be able to record more of its ensemble, leaving less studio resources.
Why Tiny Desk, Cammy?
So Tiny Desk was like the forefather of intimate webcasts. So like everyone's heard of podcasts, but Tiny Desk was like the first webcast where they did a video and posted it on like YouTube. You know, I think the first one was in 2008. Yeah, it's just very intimate. It's very real. There's no like artificial and nothing about it. It's very intimate and very real. Yeah, it's very inspiring.
Hi, I'm Louis. I'm one of the producers of the group.
What style are we recording in?
We're recording like a quite a dead Tiny Desk like style, like single take live performance type of thing. So it's quite. So we're mixing it quite raw. We're not really putting many like crazy effects on it. The reverb that we've got on the vocals is like very short. It's not glittery and like overly produced. It's just like a really tight live recording in the style as they would in like Tiny Desk. So the drum kit's mic'd. It's only got like a crotch mic. It's only got like overheads and a single microphone in the kick. Very simple. The guitar's just being DI'd. The vocals is an RE20. It's like a very basic setup, but it works really well.
What is the goal of what we're trying to do? What are we trying to mix?
We're trying to mix in the phaser to sort of encourage the guitar to like roll along with the track, sort of to like, you know, fluctuate. Yeah,
we don't want it to like clash with the vocals at all when they kind of.
So when that comes in, it sort of ducks down a bit and sort of not exactly takes away from itself, but because other things are going on, it's not, you know, it's not as like in your face anymore. So while it's fluctuating, you know, it's not like too.
Yeah, they're not fighting for the main character.
Yeah. They're sort of doing its own thing in the background rather than being upon you.
Yeah, it's like a side character.
Yeah, it's a side character. Just for a moment while Faith, you know, has her moment doing her little bits. Yeah.
Why don't you tell them about the reverb?
We're doing. We recorded some impulse responses for reverb, which is really fun. So we've actually got this room's reverb in the song. Certain parts.
So with the song Broadway, I think what I was trying to do with my guitar part was to completely lay it back, not try anything particularly fancy, completely just serve towards amplifying the vocals, as that in this style of music is the most important thing, is just to leave a blanket, leave empty space, leave all that experimentation for the vocalist, for the production, and just stay out of the way of things. My guitar part with the second song, insert song name here, it was entirely based off of a piano sort of chord pattern that Faith had come up with. They pretty much entirely wrote that song on their own. I changed the way some of the changes felt alongside sort of I added a post-chorus section to keep it a bit more interesting because it's quite a repetitive song. There's not really any key changes. There's a bit of modulation, but that's about it. So it's about trying to create interest without forcing in unneeded ideas that will overcomplicate the piece.
Okay, Reef.
Yeah.
What was your experience as the drummer of the band?
Well, it was wonderful. It was stressful at times. You know, we've been busy. We've had deadlines to meet and it was very tight for time. But it was good. The first song just sort of came about from nowhere. Alex, who, God rest his soul, is no longer with us. He just left ACM. He's still alive. So Alex started playing this guitar part and I just started jamming with him. And, you know, by this point we'd already decided that it was a Tiny Desk sort of vibe. So I started off with some fancy little 16th notes obviously I wasn't going to be hitting things loud or going over the top or doing stupid fills. None of that.
What was it like being the drummer of the group?
It was wonderful, you know. It was stressful times where deadlines were looking tense. That happens.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. If there were no stressful times, then what would be the point? You know, it was such a mixed bag. There were times I cried, times I laughed. I mean, it was just wonderful. It was good in the group.
Hi, I'm Faith. I'm a singer-songwriter. I wrote both songs for the group, and I also was lead vocalist.
Faith, what was it like being the songwriter for the group?
It was a great experience. It was my first time being the only songwriter in a collab project. It was quite stressful, but I think I got used to it fairly quickly. I was worried about what the rest of my group would think about my songwriting, so I held back a lot at the beginning. From jamming with the rest of the band though, I feel like I've gained a lot of confidence showing my stuff and being the sole writer of the group. And I've had the opportunity to do a lot of improv, which I hadn't really done before, and the band was really supportive as well, and they weren't very judgmental. I wanted to incorporate elements of soul, jazz, R&B into our songs, because I don't usually write in those styles. I usually write a lot of pop music, a lot of folk music. So working with the band was a great opportunity to explore other genres. We needed to write a third song because, well, we had a second song, but I ended up having to write on a backing track, which I really struggled with, and Reeve also struggled drumming on it. So it was a bit last minute, but I don't know how we really pulled it off. But yeah, I went back home and I wrote a song on keys, and then I showed it to Reeve, and then he liked it because it was in a different time signature, and so did Ike, and we wrote that song quite quickly.
Met you upside down in Broadway. Don't know how I got here. It's everything that you say makes me feel some type of way. Your smile radiates, sending signals to my brain. Disconnected from my heart, my mind's asleep. Don't know what I'm doing, I'm in way too deep. Met you upside down in Broadway. Don't know how I got here. It's everything that you say makes me feel some type of way. Your smile radiates, sending signals to my brain. Why you always gotta go and be so kind? I'm losing all my words, makes me feel so shy. But I don't mind. Trying hard to speak, but I can't let it out. Don't know what I'm doing's got me freaking out. Met you upside down in Broadway. Don't know how I got here. It's something that you said. There's something about the way he looks at me. He reads me like a book, like a color magazine when I'm just paper. Everything about him seems like a movie scene. Whenever I'm around him, I don't know what to do when all I see is you. Oh my, but why does it feel like a mistake every time I see your face? I see myself die, and I don't know why. There's something about the way he speaks to me. A closeness like he knows me, like he could easily expose me if he wanted to. So eloquently he stares, like there's nobody else there. There's nobody else there. I don't know what to do when all I see is you. Oh my,
Bodacious Caveman.